Hi guys, welcome to another recap for today's session. We traded macro NQ. I came into the market at 8:30. We had some data coming out, and I was waiting for the data to see what the market wanted to do. So as I saw the data coming out, we had this candle. We let it close, and it got bought up. Then I waited for the second 10 minutes candle after the data release to close, and I still again saw buyers coming in and buy this up. So at this point I just went long with 3 MNQ, but I got stopped out as the market came right back down, and I took $102 loss, I think. Okay, then I waited for the market to open. As he opened, I waited, I let close the first 10 minutes candle, then the second, it kept flushing down, and at the bottom here, as you can see, my entries, I start buying the dip. So I had one buying, two, three contracts, and then I think I did the fourth. And that was the market came back up, I sold two, and then I sold the other two up here, but it wasn't a great trade. I should have capitalized a little bit more, and I was still down on the day. I think at that point I was down $180. Okay, then we had this push after the data coming out at 10 o'clock, and I was looking for a long. So here I made a big mistake. So you can see the red line, which is a view up, and by the setup that I usually trade, I should have waited for the view up to close, the price action to close above the view up. But I came early into it, and I got kicked out, and I went quite heavy into it. I went with 5, but again, the market came right back down, as you can see, as the candle closed. It closed below the view up, and the market came down and basically kicked me out. Okay, at that point I was down, I think, around $500. But also, the other candle, the one that opened after, it was at 10:30. Again, I tried to buy the dip, seeing some buying coming here, but that was a mistake, because the long setup here was valid only if the price action was going to close above the view up. So I basically jumped the gun too early without letting the signal to show and tell me that it was okay to go long. So I was a bit too impulsive, and I went into the trade too early, and so I took the loss. Then again, I came into the same setup without a confirmation or price action closing above the view up, which is going to give me the okay to go long and target the 200 EMA, which is the yellow line on the chart. But again, the signal never came, and I went long, okay, which was clearly a mistake. Okay, so I went long without a signal. I oversized. I didn't wait for the setup to actually show me that it was okay to go long, and oversizing because I never had the signal to go long. So if that price action at 10 minutes was going to close above the view up, then it was okay to go long with 5. But it never closed above the view up, and so I took a long where I shouldn't have, and for that reason I took 2 losses that are considered to be a mistake. Okay, what else? After the 2 or 3 losses, because then I tried again to go long, and that was absolutely a mistake, another mistake, because I wanted so bad the market to go up, but I never got the signal, so I wasn't patient. I jumped the gun. I took again another loss. At that point, I was down, I think, $1,000. Okay, I had a feeling today before the market opened, and when I was down already $190, that I had to stop, because I didn't see this session to be my kind of session. Okay, and I had a feeling that I had to stop, but I kept going and I kept trading. And so I was down at one point $400 and I should have stopped. That was doable. But then I kept trading until I was down $1,000. Okay, which is absolutely no okay. And so at that point, I just left. I left the screen and I went away. What else? I came after. I was around 11:40. I came back and I saw this setup right here. So the market tried to push up, but then we got the rejection and the engulfing candle coming right after this green candle of 11:20. And so on the push up, I took a short and I closed there, I think, for 20 points, 20 points profits. And so I recovered $200. But still, that could have gone wrong and I could have probably lost another $200. So to begin with, it's not okay to go over your max loss because eventually you will have a red day. And like I had Wednesday, and was okay to have red day today as well. But as long as those red days are not too big, it's fine. But I kind of lost it a little bit today, and so I went over my max loss. Okay. So yeah, that was a red day for me. Now we see the market pushing right back up. Eventually, if this candle or the next will close above the view up and give us confirmation, that would potentially be another trade. But I wouldn't take this because I'm already down $720. I should have stopped today when I was down $400. So this is what I'm talking about when is rules that have to be respected. Okay, so if we don't respect rules, we're never gonna make it. But overall, it wasn't a bad week. It was actually pretty good. I made few big mistakes that could have changed the week completely. And I wrote it right on the chart right here. As you can see, I wrote for next week, try to trade only your A plus A setups. Okay, so just wait for the setups that are actually trading. Most are related to the view up, not like go into trades that are not like A or A plus. Okay, so just save the bullets for the best setups. Then I wrote after signal hold systematically, which means I've had few trades this week which were part of my playbook and I executed them quite okay, but I did not systematize my exit. And if I would have systematized my exit, then I would have made probably another $1,500 more this week in comparison to where I am right now. What else? I've wrote on the chart to also size better. So you want to try to be bigger on the A plus setup and much smaller on the B or B plus setups. Okay. So what we're trying to accomplish here is to size bigger when you're a little bit more sure and hold it, systematizing the exit. Okay, and sides down exponentially when you're taking trades that are not part of your playbook. Okay. And that's very important because if we're looking at this week right now, okay, this was Friday, okay, that was Thursday. It's a bit unclear the way I put entry and exit here, as you can see. The this one to say right here. Let me take off the entry and exit, okay, so you can see better what I'm talking about. So that was yesterday. All right. If you look at yesterday, this is the 10 minutes MNQ. Yes, you see yesterday here on the 10:30 candle, they moved right above the view up. I bought the dip as we pulled back on the 9:50 candle. We pulled right back on the view up and I bought the dip, but I did not hold the dip. I did not hold the contract that I put, because the real way to go here was going to buy the dip, put my stop right below the view up, and systematize my exit, which means hold there, in my case, my system, until the RSI would have reached at least 69, 70. And that, if you can see these on the charts, it was going to give me 900 to 400, 100 points. Okay, you don't need to take the top to get. You don't always want to. You don't need to take the full move, but even at 80 points would have been great. Okay, but the RSI gives us a sort of indication to where to exit. Okay, and in this case, after the move, the impulse move above the view up, on the pullback where we bought deep, we should have held the contract to at least the other side to 65, 67, which would have got us at least I would say 80, 70 points. Okay, and on 3 contracts, 80 points would have been 6 times 80, which is, I don't know, probably 480, $500, which is really, really good. Okay, but I took the trades and I took a little profit. I think I bought it on the pullback and I sold it up here at 933. I think I took probably 20 points. That was on Thursday. On Wednesday, what do we have on Wednesday? On Wednesday, I lost trades and bullets on the pre-market action as market was going up. And as he opened, I wasn't patient enough to wait for the view up for the price action to get back to the view up. And here, as the price action closed right on the view up, that was a perfect short to systematize my exit to the average side 30 or the 200 EMA. As you can see, the market came down, closed right above the view up, and then it kept going down. And that would have been another, I would say at least 70 points. Okay, so that was a 5 MNQ contract. 70 points is $700. Really, really good trade. Okay, but what I did, I lost points and bullets on this part of the session, so I couldn't capitalize better on the one that I really had to, which was my real setup. Now, what else we got? That was Wednesday. On Thursday, I went long here on the pullback after the data release. I was looking at the 30 minutes charts, so I waited for the 30 minutes to close, or the 60, I'm not sure. Let's look into this and the same. Okay, so I wait for the 30 minutes to close, then I went long at closing. It pushed right up and I closed it. I took probably 50 points, I think, which was a really good trade, but it was also very volatile, the market, so I couldn't put more sides on. Okay, that was Thursday. It was a good trade and I left. That wasn't the greatest session, so I didn't stick around. But if I would have sticked around, you definitely see how we have these ascending support. The market came right back, swept the lows, but the sellers, the buyers here on the support, and came right back up. Okay, here was our long to hold and systematize to the 70 RSI, and so that was going to be probably 695 to 853. So we're talking about 170, 180 points, which is really, really good. Okay, if you use 5 MNQ, 80 points, 180 points, it's really good. It's $1,800 on macro NQ, which is amazing. Okay, now we got Monday. Monday wasn't a great session in terms of price action. The real move came later. It was around 1 o'clock. As you can see, the market dropped and kept dropping. Okay, also as you can see, the view up and the 200 EMA were like stick together, which usually gives us a hint of a very choppy session. But as you can see, as market opened, we have this first candle. We tried to push down and I got bought right back up, and we have this sort of support here at 23,710, which was going to be a great long. I think I took a long, but also I closed it too early. So in that case, the long would have been here at 712 after the closing of the first 10 minutes candle. The stop would have been right here, 699. I took this trade, but again, I didn't hold that enough. and I closed it too early. As you can see, the market moved up, okay, and then came back, and then it moved right back up. Okay, so overall, I'm happy with what I'm doing. I gotta adjust a few things, and the major things, as I said, that I have to adjust are trying to take and weigh only for my A plus setups, and then systematize my exit, sizing properly on those setups. Okay, sizing properly means putting enough risk, but not that much risk that you can blow up your account. So in this case, me having $2,000 to lose on this account, I don't want to put up one full contract unless it's the mother of all the A plus setups. But I do want to put like 5 or maybe 7 MNQ and systematize my exit. So on an A plus setups, I was very happy to put like $600 risk on. But if it's A plus, I would be sure that it would pay really well. And the hard part, I guess, is first to wait for the setup, second to execute the setup correctly, third systematize your exit. So try to have a system with which you can exit the trades in a consistent way. Okay. So that was my recap for today, guys. I hope you had a great session. Overall, it wasn't so bad. I could have done better, but the days happened, and as long as we don't blow up the account and we trade, we save the account to trade another day. That's what really matters. Okay. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Please like the channel, the videos, write a comment, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.